What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and in this episode we're going up against chose2game, and not just any game against chose2game. Good jokes. We're doing a budget versus budget series. So if you guys don't know, I've been working on a budget team the last 24 hours. I just started making this Diamondbacks team yesterday, and it's coming along pretty decently. The offense, I think offensively my lineup overall is better than his, but his pitching is better than mine. So we'll see who comes out on top in game one here of the 3-game budget series against chose2game. First at bat of the game, Ichiro is going to ground out for the first out of the game. And that's how we get it started, man. Brandon Phillips coming up. He is a big fan of the Reds, so he has Phillips here because Phillips is a Reds legend at this point. Great fielder, hit a bunch of home runs in his career with the Reds. So yeah, I don't blame him. He's going to foul off this slider. We have Ian Kennedy on the mound. I decided not to go with some of my better pitchers for the first game, so I went with my number 3 starter. And yeah, I know, the team's not that great yet. But again, I've only been working at this for 1 day, and it's pretty good progress for only having the team for 1 day and not spending any real money. That's the main thing about a budget team, is not to spend any real money, just to show that you can make a good team just off of being smart. So yeah. You know, I'm just such a smart guy, so you should follow me. I'm kidding, I'm not smart. Anyways, we got a 3-2 count here to Brandon Phillips. Low changeup, and he's going to whack it to left field, hit it out of the zone for a base hit. Phillips being Phillips. But he gets the single, and there is 1 on with 1 out. And Josh Bell is up, and you guys know I love Josh Bell. So, yeah, we've got him on our team. One of our teams. He's going to ground up the middle. We're going to throw it to second, over to first, double play to end the inning. And a great curveball there from Kennedy to retire the side. Here is our leadoff hitter, Ketel Marte. He's at a 111 plus 7, 115 contact versus lefties, 113 contact versus righties. And I can't see the power because of the deal recorder thing, but I think it's 117 power. I don't really care about I because that really only matters in simulating games. So, yeah, he's going to throw a low fork ball. That's interesting that he has a fork ball. We're going to have to sit there the whole game. Anyways, he's going to throw a fastball low. I really like the Diamondbacks, man. So, if you guys are wondering why I made a Diamondbacks budget team deck, because. And I'm going to use some of the cheaper Diamondbacks and boost them up to plus 10. But I'm also going to get the pricey ones as well. Some of these batters coming up here are not the cheapest, like this one. This one cost me a little bit. This one cost me, I'd say 70, 80 billion GP for this AJ Pollock. But you can see why he's decent. Very, very decent, and I like Pollock. So, and I don't get to use him in this game ever because there's not many great cards of him that you can get 10 plus right off the spot. So it was decent. He gets a swinging out of our absolute shoes there. So it's a 1-2 count, and just absolutely embarrassing me like he usually does. But we do get a base hit to left field here. Now, I've played chose2game 3 times, all time, like this year, and all time ever 3 times. The first game we had a draw 0-0 in a tournament game, which went to from the 7th inning to the 10th inning, 4 innings, and he shut us out, and I shut him out. The second game he won 4-0. And then the third game, which was against his budget team but wasn't part of the series, he won the game, I believe 2-0 on a Ryan Braun 2-run shot. You'll see it on his channel. I lost footage for it, which sucks ass because I really wanted to upload that game against chose2game because he's a fun guy to play against. He's good. It's like playing against, some of the guys like Joseph and Choke Nasty and just all those other really good YouTubers out there who are solid at the game. Just really fun to play people who are competitive like me. We get a base hit in the right field. Somehow it drops in front of Ichiro. I was so surprised to see that. Goldschmidt gets the base hit. And that Goldschmidt's solid too, man. That Goldschmidt is solid too. Here is JD Martinez. He hits one decently to right field, but nothing more than a pop-up to Phillips to end the bottom half of the inning. Ryan Braun coming up. We're not giving him a high and away 2-seamer. If you want to know why, go check out chose2game's video that'll have up of his game against my Braves team. Yeah, Ryan Braun sent it a very long way. And I don't think many people watch my account who watches his, so I guess it's not a spoiler really. But yeah, I shouldn't do that going forward. Just not realize that. Stupid me. But we do get the first out there. And to Ryan Braun at least. We're going to throw inside. What am I saying? That's not inside. Are you stupid, walking legend? Now it's an inside cutter after the two-seamer cutting away from the plate. This one cuts inside. He crushes it, but right to JD Martinez. He puts up the cry face emoji. Can you speak, Evan? Okay. We go to our bullpen here and bring in Hudson. I was not feeling comfortable with facing another batter with Kennedy for some reason. Probably because he's not the greatest card ever. So yeah, I switched him out for a card that's not even as good as him. But you know what? A switch of pitcher, a switch of pitching motion sometimes can change it a little bit. And a good changeup every once in a while is nice. Speaking of changeup, we throw one in the dirt there, low. Then we're throwing a fastball, and we're going to get it way outside just so he doesn't try to hit it. 3-0, and I on purposely want to walk this son of a bitch at the plate right now because I get killed. I get absolutely destroyed by Jonathan Lucroy. So, not going to go after him. I'd rather go after Hanley Ramirez. Yeah, I just said that sentence. I'd rather go after Hanley Ramirez than Jonathan Lucroy. I'm very smart, I know. Not really. Everyone's going to hate me for saying that. But, anyways, we're going to throw inside two-seamer, and he's going to take it. He has a very good eye, and this is a game of patience here. We both are very patient at the plate. I used to not be. If you played me earlier this year, I swung at everything. And I was just hoping that no one caught on to it. And when I went up against players like Carrot Gameplay and Joseph Cruikshank, it really showed because those guys absolutely destroyed me and were throwing pitches out of the zone the entire game. As we're going to pop it up, and there is an out. Right to Phillips. What a coincidence. Now, this is the part of my lineup that I'm not really a big fan of yet. You know, Ahmed and Carson Kelly, who just popped up there. These guys aren't very great yet, but they can become decent very quickly. You know, I'm saving up a lot of diamonds so I can get more trainers, and eventually this will be an all +10 team. So, yeah. Now, I plan on just being lazy and saving up diamonds until I get S trainers. So, I'm either going to go that route or I'm going to go A trainers and just save up a lot of diamonds so that I can keep redoing it. And if it fails, I can keep redoing it. But anyways, 2-2 count here to Nick Ahmed. We're going to pop it up. Strangely, this animation reminds me of the 2014 World Series. That was pretty weird right there, what I just saw. He popped it up pretty much the same way. We popped it up right to Sandoval, right how the 2014 World Series ended. I can't speak, boys. I'm sorry. We have got David Peralta up now, who I want to get to a +10 badly. I really like this standstill batting stance. Really helps me focus more at the plate. There's nothing messing up my peripheral vision. I really like people who stand still like this. In my opinion, it helps me at least. Some people don't like these stand up straight guys, but like with Chris Davis, he has movement. David Peralta has little to no movement. We're going to swing and miss at a changeup, but when I have people like this, I'm able to have better play discipline as well. I'm able to see the ball a lot easier without a bat flashing around, and we get a walk. Look at that. We get Hudson up. Obviously, we're not going to bat with him, but our bench is very good. We didn't invest in our bench. We invested more in our lineup and sacrificed the bench because we're only going to need one batter, and that's going to be Gene Segura, who off the bench, 103 contact and 101 contact. That will be fine for me in a budget series, mainly because I don't think I'll be using my bench very often, so it's not going to be a big deal. He's going to throw an inside fastball now, and again, late timing. We seemed to be late on the fastball this entire game. There it was again. So yeah, he throws us a forkball once again, and again a swing and a miss. It was either a forkball or a changeup. My pitch recognition is kind of crappy, and because his pitches kind of move in the same direction, although the forkball has more arrows. Then we're going to the pitching mound again. But what? Pitching mound? What am I saying? I'm going to the bullpen again. I'm bringing in Gankel, who has a weird little pitching motion. I like it. Didn't notice it when I was playing the game because I was more focused on the game, but this is pretty cool. I like it. I like little overhand kind of weird herky-jerky pitchers. He throws an outside slider, and chose2game shakes it. All right, I just need to stop talking. Inside curveball here, though, on a 2-1 count. He takes it. Jesus, speak right, please. be with me, God. We throw a high fastball on a 3-1 count. Lorenzo Cain takes it, and he gets a base runner. I feel like he was taking all the way there, because even if it's a strike, it's like he's still got a full count. It's not like a strikeout. So it's a pretty smart idea there for him to take, and plus he needs a base runner in this inning because you don't want to get later in the game where you have to rely on hits more and more as the game gets later on. You want to get them while you can still be comfortable, in my opinion. But we're checking him twice in a row at first base. Then we're throwing low sinker. He's going to take this. Again, the game of patience, man. We both take pitches pretty well. Now, if you would have played me earlier this year again, you would have been surprised, but that's that. High two-seamer. He pops it up to center field. And what I mean by surprise is that I swung at everything. Absolutely everything in sight. You threw it, I swung at it. Didn't matter how bad it was. I had a terrible eye. So, yeah. We've gotten better in that department. High four-seamer. He takes it for a ball. We're going to the bullpen again, boys. We're bringing in Ziegler. I could see that he was starting to figure out that pitcher too well, so I'm switching it up a bit. And Ziegler will do decent for me, I have a feeling. Side armor, kind of throw him off a bit. And we're going to throw a high sinker here. He's going to take that for a strike. 3-1 count. I don't want to walk Ichiro, but I'm fine with it if I have to. But he swings and gets a hit. So really it's the same thing as a walk there because the runner didn't advance. So it works in the same fashion there. Again, trying to get a double play. So we're trying to get him to jam him. He does get jammed, but not in the way we wanted him to. Fastball inside, swing and miss. You could see he was becoming a little swing happy, so I was seeing just how swing happy he was, and he takes the curveball. So he calmed down there after swinging at 2 of those pitches and actually took a pitch. Then we throw a high sinker. He pops it up, and this was a absolute huge out. Because if he gets a hit there, man, if he doesn't score, it's bases loaded, 1 out, and I'm pretty much screwed because he's probably going to be predicting my pitcher. Plus, Josh Bell was up next. So, yeah, it was probably a very good thing that I got him out when I got him out. So, yeah, Josh Bell at the dish. We're starting him off inside slider. We bring in our closing pitcher, Bradley. And the only reason I have him as closer is because he has 99 fastball. So, yeah, that's why I have him. But he also has a good pitch mix, now that I see it. We throw a slider inside, and he takes it. I thought he would swing at that, but he didn't. Now I'm going with the sinker, but not exactly in the same location as I threw it the last time. A little more away. Then I'm going curveball inside, trying to get a swing. He takes it, so 3-2 count. Need a very clutch pitch here. I'm going to go back to the sinker, man. I'm going to trust it here. And he takes it for ball. Strike 3. We're dumb. Okay. How many times can I mess up in a video? All right, Ketel Marte leading off the 9th inning. He's bringing in Josh Hader. And first pitch, yeah, that's kind of a view of how bad I can be sometimes. But he throws it twice. I knew he was going to do that. Sometimes in his videos, he throws the same pitch twice. And I was kind of expecting a two-seamer coming across this time. And we were right on it, but late. Bad timing there. Next pitch, another inside slider. So he's doing a lot of movement on that inside corner. I'm expecting to eventually try to go outside, and he does, but we pop it up over to Hanley Ramirez, soft little liner in the infield. For the first out, here is A.J. Pollock, and I'm only thinking one thing right now. Hit a home run. Inside two-seamer, we foul it off. It comes, and that was actually a meatball. I just missed it, man. That ball could have been crushed. It broke right into the middle of the plate, and I just choked on it. He throws us inside fastball. We get a base hit. And finally, a base runner, man. Finally! Now Eduardo Escobar, with 1 out and 1 on, he's throwing over. So, yeah, he's throwing over, man. We are not going anywhere, though. I want to hit the ball the right way. And we're going to get a base hit down the line. 1 runner's at first. The other runner moves all the way to third. 2 runners on and Goldschmidt up. I expect him to pitch around Goldschmidt most of this at bat here. Winning runner on third base. He's bringing in Melanson, who has a really good pitch mix. First pitch is an inside two-seam fastball. We take that for ball 1. And the next pitch is a low fastball, ball 2. So now we're looking good. Got a lead count. He throws ball 3. Now maybe me, I'm taking all the way here because he's the one under pressure to throw a strike. He gets one to just hit the corner. That's a beautiful pitch and a gutsy pitch because if you miss, it's ball 4. Then he throws a high fastball, also gets it in there. So now we're looking at a full count. We need to be great here. I'm stealing second on a full count pitch. He didn't throw over. He throws a hanging pitch, tries to sneak one in there, and it falls into the gap. The run scores, and that's the game. We win game 1 against chose2game, everybody. That's right. We're going to come back for game 2 soon. Thank you guys so much for watching, and peace out.